Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to another video, and today we are here for another severe weather breakdown. Now today, we're going to be talking about an ongoing severe weather outbreak that's going to bring destructive winds up to 100 miles per hour at times, large to very large hail up to tennis ball size, and even possibly a few strong tornadoes to a certain portion of the United States. So let's go ahead and get right into it here, starting off with the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, where we have a moderate risk of severe weather across portions of southern and central Kansas. Now that's a pretty big deal, alright? That's a 4 out of 5 on the SPC scale there. That little red zone in there, that's your moderate risk. We got areas like Salina, Hutchinson, Garden City, Dodge City, and Newton, Kansas included in that moderate risk. We have over 500,000 people under a 4 out of 5 risk for severe weather today from the SPC. So look out for that. Again, that's a very serious threat there. Tornado threat for today. If you're in that brown area, you have a 5% chance to see a tornado in your town. Now, once again, that includes a good chunk there of Kansas, but also portions of far northwestern Oklahoma here. I said portions, really weird. Meant to say portions. Damaging wind threat for today. If you're in that pink area, you have a 45% chance to see wind gusts of 60 miles per hour or higher in your town. And if you're inside of the black line circle, that's at least a 10% chance to see wind gusts of 75 miles per hour or higher in your town, okay? And once again, it would not surprise me if we did have a few isolated gusts, even up to 100 miles per hour. Even the Storm Prediction Center itself is noting the possibility for a high-end derecho today across portions of Kansas once again. So areas in between Garden City and Wichita are the main regions at risk, but pretty much everybody in the entire state of Kansas needs to be looking out for this big time. Hail threat for today. If you're in that pink area, also, you're going to have a 45% chance to see hail of 1 inch or larger in your town, and at least a 10% chance to see hail of 2 inches or larger in your town. Again, maybe some tennis ball, maybe even baseball, or up to apple-sized hail possible today across parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. Now, moving on to what the models are showing for this event here, we'll go ahead and bring things over to the south-central United States. We see that around 6 p.m. we start to see both modes of our damaging wind threat here evolve in Kansas. Again, this one off to the southwest is looking to be a little bit more potent. That's where we have our moderate risk of severe weather. And you'll also notice a little discrete supercell out there in portions of far northwest Oklahoma that does have the potential to actually produce a tornado if it does tap into that environment there. It is by itself. It's all discrete. Alright, it's looking pretty powerful. Definitely a good chance that does something, so we'll have to watch out for that again. If that does pop up, that could be bad for parts of northwest Oklahoma, may even be a tornado producer there. By 8 p.m. this evening, alright, we're talking about a line of destructive winds. I mean, just look at this, you guys. I don't think we've seen anything like this on the NAM 3KM model for a long time, alright? We are talking about a very damaging line of storms here, once again, across parts of Kansas and Oklahoma, with the main threats being damaging winds to destructive winds and large to very large hail. But an isolated tornado or two cannot be ruled out. Now, by midnight tonight, those storms kind of roll into parts of Missouri and Iowa. Still likely severe in some instances, but nowhere near as intense as they are going to end up being in Kansas. We go into the overnight hours here, like 3 a.m. We do see a lingering line of storms out here for parts of northeast Oklahoma. This could bring the threat for some isolated damaging winds or large hail. Then we kind of go into tomorrow, all right? Now, tomorrow, we do start to see some convection pop off here along the Kansas-Nebraska border. This is actually pretty late into the day tomorrow, right? This is around 11 p.m., and we could have some sort of severe weather setup here. Once again, for portions of northeast Colorado, northwest Kansas, and southwest Nebraska. It'll kind of evolve, head into more portions of central Kansas and Nebraska by around 3 a.m., then by around 5 a.m. here on Tuesday, once again, this is going to continue to sweep through those states, right? It's going to be pretty intense. Once again, definitely going to bring the threats for some very damaging winds and also some very large hail. Even by 9 a.m. on Tuesday, we are still dealing with that as that enters parts of Iowa there, okay? So finally, watches, warnings, and advisories. We do already have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for portions of southeast Florida. There is going to be a severe threat down there this afternoon, but it's going to be much smaller, and it's not going to be anything crazy, but an isolated damaging wind gust or large hailstone cannot be ruled out. But I am actually kind of surprised that they did go with a severe thunderstorm watch for that. But other than that, pretty calm right now. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please do be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.